Man who never lacks confidence, the roaring lion himself, Mr. Carlos Kramer.
All right, here we go, Brave Nation. This next battle is 3 5-minute rounds in the featherweight division. Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 10 wins and 5 losses. He stands 180 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 66 kilograms. Representing Club de Luta and fighting out of Brazil. Please welcome Markos Vinicius Pantera Costa. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man, the mixed martial artist with a professional record of 17 wins and 8 losses. He stands 177 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 66.2 kilograms. Representing Team Kaya and fighting out of Kyrgyzstan. Give it up for Nemat Eagle Abdrashitov. Your referee is the Vanilla Gorilla, Aaron Wallace.
Tail of the tape, you can see Nemat Abdrashitov, the elder fighter, has more international experience. The Vanilla Gorilla, Aaron Wallace from Ballyclare to Bahrain, is your man in the middle. And Keurig, we are all set to go in what is an intriguing featherweight bout here at Brave CF 63.
Phil, we got a South American Panther versus a Central Asian Eagle.
It's like National Geographic. This is awesome. Both men just taking their time, downloading a little bit of data. That's a big inside leg kick from Nemat Abdrashitov.
Very well timed, too.
But do you really want to get into exchanging kick for kick with somebody who is so good at that Brazilian style of Muay Thai? Markos Vinicius, very light on the feet. He's the more active fighter with regards to his movement. Almost trying to draw Nemat Abdrashitov in. It's almost as if he's got a counter-strike landed, or counter-strike loaded, so to speak.
Brave Nation, what's going on here is each fighter is trying to download information on their opponent. What's the reaction time? What are they likely to respond with? So you see the two fighters feinting, playing with a distance between each other, throwing shots, pulling them. Each time trying to get some information. We're starting to get some already. The Eagle is throwing big shots.
Big uppercut to hook combination there, Keurig. But again, Vinicius trying to take out that lead leg of Abdrashitov. You see, Markos, we kind of in danger of overreaching a little bit there, leaving himself open to the counter. You can see he's trying to land that shot over the top, but in doing so, he's exposing himself to that uppercut hook combination from Nemat Abdrashitov.
Abdrashitov is setting down so hard on these shots that he may be leaving himself open to getting hit. He's playing a little bit of a dangerous game,
yeah,
Phil.
For sure. And you see when he plants down, spinning back fist attempt into the takedown. And this is where Nemat Abdrashitov does some of his best work. So dominant on the ground, and it's not somewhere you want to find yourself with a guy who has 7 wins by way of submission. 2 arm bars, 3 rear naked chokes, and 2 guillotines. So if he gets anywhere near a limb or a neck, more often than not, he takes it home with him.
That's a purple belt in jiu-jitsu on bottom, though. And as I said, a man who's got great endurance. He can endure submission attempts. He can endure being taken down like this, and he can endure big shots.
Nemat Abdrashitov just trying to solidify position right now. Doesn't want to let Markos Vinicius Costa up, but Costa's doing a good job. He's planting the hand, he's trying to wall walk, and he has a hold of Nemat Abdrashitov's neck at the moment. Be interesting to see if he's trying to set up that guillotine. If he jumps guard on this.
Elbow's a little high for any submission danger, but should it get a little lower?
Beautiful back position from Nemat Abdrashitov. He's keeping that pretty much poker straight, making it so much more difficult for Markos Vinicius Costa to get any purchase.
The hands are clasped, Phil. The elbow's too high for any significant result from that guillotine, but the hands are clasped.
Might he try and pull guard on this? We can't quite tell if it's arm in. Abdrashitov again doing a great job. He pulls guard. There it is. Oh, can't quite tell how tight that is. He's trying to fight the hand. Abdrashitov doesn't look like he's in too much danger just yet. He's remaining calm. The guard is open of Markos Vinicius Costa. Abdrashitov has space here.
With the elbow position there, with a forearm against the jaw, there's no submission danger yet.
It looks as if anything, the cage is working in favor of Nemat Abdrashitov here. He's able to stay nice and compact and compress Costa against the cage here. But the question you have to ask is, if Markos Vinicius Costa continues to hold on to this, how likely is he to burn out his arms?
If he doesn't
right
get
now, he's
that,
putting a lot into it, Carrick.
If he doesn't get that right elbow a little bit lower, yeah, he's going to burn those arms out to very little effect. Brave Nation, in order to make this arm and guillotine work, you ideally want to get that right elbow down towards the mat.
Abdrashitov using that S grip to hook the choking hand of Costa, and it seems to be giving himself just enough space. He's planting the head down, he's tripoding, trying to alleviate some of that pressure, trying to dig his own shoulder in to create a little bit of pressure on Costa.
He's got the ability, of course, with an open guard to tripod his hips even higher if he has to. I do not believe he has to yet. I don't think he's feeling a lot of pressure.
And with 30 seconds left, Abdrashitov might be happy to ride the round out in the hope that Markos Vinicius Costa burns his arms out going into the second round.
Howsoever, this is one round down. This is good. This appears potentially to the judges to be a very close submission attempt. Could very well give him the round. Showing a lot of mental wherewithal there, looking to his corner, asking for some advice on how to adjust the submission to finalize it.
Oh, and he's out and lands a big shot. Little shot after the buzzer there.
That was not what he needed to do.
Very, very interesting round to score, Carrick. You had Nemat Abdrashitov landing some nice shots in the opening stanzas, but then when he took the fight to the ground, which is usually where he has his way with his opponents, it was Markos Vinicius Costa who was in the more dominant position. Yes, he was off his back. So it really is a question of who do you give the greater kudos to in that particular kind of situation.
It does. There's a degree of ambiguity in the unified rules around this one. You judge the striking, you judge the submission, and then you decide which was the most significant, and you lend it that weight. Me personally, I am not a judge tonight. I'm just a pundit. Personally, I gave that round to Pantera 10-9.
Now, realistically, though, Pantera wasn't close to finishing with the guillotine. He had the guillotine position, but at no stage did Nemat Abdrashitov look like he was in trouble. He looked calm, he looked like he was able to defend. But as you say, it really does come down to a number of things. Objectivity of the judges, position of the judges around the cage is also an issue. But all to play for going into the second round. The Vanilla Gorilla calls the fires on. Second round locked and loaded.
The Eagle, Phil, may want to back off on the takedowns now and just try and rely on those big shots.
And again, you wonder what Markos Vinicius Costa has left in the arms after maybe a half of a round with that grip. Nice shot to the body from Abdrashitov. You say maybe within his interest to keep the fight standing. Big shot over the top, and again, and an uppercut. He's unloading right now.
He is, and with good reason.
Forces the takedown, the panic shot from Markos Vinicius. Abdrashitov senses something. And again, I think Markos Vinicius Costa may have burnt out the arms a little bit because his shots are coming a little bit more laboured. He's train tracking a little bit. There are spaces here for Abdrashitov to exploit.
Phil, I talked about the Eagles' confidence. If anything, I'm seeing a little bit too much confidence in there.
You're a hard man to please, Carrick Dennis. You can see Abdrashitov, he has that rear hand loaded. Perhaps an uppercut or a straight as Markos Vinicius Costa is going to come forward.
The Eagles lining up a massive shot here. He's likely a straight right, probably going to be followed up with a left hook.
That uppercut hook combination has worked beautifully for him a couple of times. And right now he's just trying to lull Pantera into where he wants him. Pantera is definitely missing just a little bit of a half a yard there. He's looking a little bit tired, Carrick.
He is, and there are a few things that make you as tired as getting kicked in the calf that hard.
Consequently holding on to a guillotine for 2 minutes 30 of a round will do it, but fires off a nice shot to the body. It's that jab to straight combination from Abdrashitov, and I like that he's not rushing his work right now. He's taking his time, he's trying to find those pockets of space to get those strikes in. An intelligent fight IQ being exhibited here by Abdrashitov. And he is very much leading the dance. He's the one controlling the ebb and flow of the fight in this second round, Carrick.
Eagle's controlling distance very, very well. He's dealing with opponent's attacks simply by moving back or circling slightly out of the way. Doesn't even feel the need to use his hands to catch or parry.
Oh, he caught him there. And again, over the top.
That jab that you saw there, Brave Nation, that's what timing can do. It doesn't have to be the biggest shot in the world. It has to be the best time. You catch your opponent moving in, and even a jab can cause action like you saw right there.
Hook to uppercut from Abdrashitov. He is throwing with bad intentions.
That's it.
Oh, we dropped him. He's
it's over.
What
That
a
fight
finish.
is over.
Nemat Abdrashitov, the Eagle, gets its prey, lands a beautiful shot, and separates Markos Vinicius Costa from his senses. Carrick, what a finish.
Bill, there are well-timed little shots. There are huge shots, and every once in a while, you get a well-timed monster shot like that.
That is a beautiful shot. Uppercut to hook. Aaron Wallace with a perfect stoppage. But what a shot from Abdrashitov. The 7th KO of his career extends his win streak to 6, and that might just be the best performance of his career.
That was a monster shot at Brave Nation. Do not worry about the fallen Pantera. He has literally 2 MDs. Not just 2 MDs, but 2 fight doctors in the cage with him right now. They're attending to him. He appears to be fine. He's got a smile on his face. Half the people lose every fight. It happens.
I would love to see the replay of that Nemat Abdrashitov with absolute dynamite in his hands. That was incredible. He was.
And here's our replay. Bang!
That is what we call a one-hitter quitter. Boom! Right on the jawline. Picture perfect.
Brave Nation, our cameras are capturing 28.7 frames per second, and that head snapped so quickly it appeared to stop time.
Wow, 2 fights in, 2 finishes. This is incredible.
Big Arn is gathering the fighters to center stage. All that's left is for the big man, the Roaring Lion, to make it official.
All right, Brave Nation, another dramatic ending, and this one comes at 2 minutes and 50 seconds of the second round. Your winner by knockout, Nemat Eagle Abdrashitov.